ladies, gentlemen, and any pink fluffy monks that may be watching. Sorry, just testing my probes there. Okay, welcome to part 2 of this Howell electronic computerized slide projector machine from 1981 that we're trying to do a repair on. And we've isolated that there's a problem on this power dissemination board. If you haven't seen part 1 or don't know what the machine I'm talking about is, just picture the machine here somewhere and go see part 1, which is the link here, because at the beginning it shows you the machine. Now, initially we thought the problem lay, let's have a look down here, in these two resistors here, because this one was shorting out, but when we took these out of circuits they both read normally, so it's not them. And thanks to oh, excuse me, Ash and Linux Fanman, who've been making suggestions. Now, we've tested the diodes as in the other video. If we put the multimeter in the diode mode and test this diode, these are what are known as bridge rectification diodes, and they're only supposed to allow power through one way. So if I put the probes on to put positive through that side and negative on the cathode side, we get a resistance reading. If we now swap them over, it should stop the power from going through. So there we go, and this happens for all of them. They all have a lower reading in the right direction and high reading in this direction. They were coming up as 1 point something 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 earlier, so I don't know what's changed. Maybe because I've been messing around the board. And those ones read up the same. Now, up here we have the op amp, and this basically, don't ask me the specifics because I do not know, but it takes a voltage and increases it basically. And I've been told that pins 4 and 7, 5, 6, 7 should not be shorting, which they're not, and they should have contact with ground and other things. Don't know exactly what I'm doing here, as you may be able to tell. There we go. So they seem to be connected, and that seems to be working fine. Now, CR11 is another diode, a Xenia diode. Again, don't ask me the specifics, but it should, in this direction, give a resistance reading. It's shorting, and in this direction should be the same. So you can see it's shorting, so that one is as buggered. We're going to test it out of circuit in a moment just to make sure, but it looks like that one is history. This one is gone the same way. I put the positive on the resistance side, and there, no resistance to it. The same the other way around. So it looks like that one's history. It should get a similar reading to this one. If I put positive on that side, this is the way it allows it through. After a quick beep, I get a resistance reading. Let's try and get steady. It's not easy working on this tripod. And then in the other direction, a quick beep, much higher reading. So that's what it should be. There we go. It's fully charged up. Well, whatever it's doing. So that one's working. It appears that those two are history. So these may be where our trouble lie. The op amp appears to be okay. We've read all these. I'm not going to bother with them first. I'm going to try replacing that one, and then starting her up. So I'm just going to test them first of all out of circuit. So I'm going to remove them using the soldering iron, and then I'll be back. Right, they're out, and here they are. Now, let's just test them out of circuit. Now we can see straight away that in both directions, yep, this little bugger is shorting. This one, don't know why, but in both directions, we're getting 1. So that's weird stuff. I shall now seek advice on that, and in the meantime, I'm going to order these parts. So the next part of this video will be a while. So my apologies to the 8-track I'm just using. It's a little table here while I work. Thank you very much. I shall see you when these parts arrive. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's about a week later, and here's our troublesome little board again, and arrived are the parts we need. These are the diodes. Can't see them there too well in the bag. There we go. That's for CR11, which is there, and these are for CR2, which is that one. We've got the diode marking showing you which way the diode goes, so it's just a case of soldering these buggers in, plugging in the board just with the mains going in and the power switch, and seeing what happens. We'll take it from there. If successful, we'll then start plugging other parts of the system in, so that if there is a problem with that part of the system, that's when the fuse will blow, and we'll see further down the line. Right, I shall be, excuse me for the cough, right back. Right, and here we are back in the corner with the projector. I've got the front off because I've been looking at this main computer thingy, control panel thingy. Anyway, what we've got, excuse me, we've got the board in position, sort of, with just the power from the transformer and the power button plugged in. That's the only system. So if there's a fault, it's not a transformer because that's already checked, so it's on the board somewhere. Now, this is the scary bit. Let's see. Let's get a flash. I'm just going to plug in the mains, ching, and switch it on and see what happens. Right. No buzzing whatsoever, so aha. Helps if you check transformer. Okay, here goes. Okay, success so far. Just in case you doubt me. Ooh, this camera's on the lead coming from the lab, so you have to be careful here. Don't know if you can hear that, but the transformer is buzzing. That is plugged in, and the fuses did not blow. So it looks like there's only a diode fixed that problem. Now the next job is to plug all the systems back in one by one and see if it blows anything. Could be interesting. Right, I'll be right back. Right, short while later, and we've got most of it plugged back together. We've got, oops, give me email. We've got all of it plugged back together, apart from the keyboard and front. So what happens? At the moment, everything fires up. Fuse is not blowing, but that motor is, for some reason, constantly turning. You have to see what's going on there. That doesn't seem to matter if I put a carousel on top either. Still does the same. But what I'm doing in the meantime, if I just, this is a black and red. There was one little thing that I took off and it started playing this thing. I can't remember. Takes it from there. Oh bugger, takes all these. It's a lot. So I don't know which one runs that one. Bugger. I've forgotten. Black and red is nothing obvious. So I'm going to have to look at why that motor is spinning all the time. But one other thing I want to do, I'm just going to move that side out of the way of you. Yeah, everything's powered. I want to see if this plays. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to stop. 4. It's got sound. Sounds like the sun's firing up, so let's have a look. Yeah, that's definitely working. Right, so the sound coming through. That motor's been a pain. Why is that motor being a pain? I do not know. I must find a solution. I need to put this back together and see if we have any control of this keyboard. From this keyboard. I need control over this system from this keyboard at the front. So that's my next thing, and then we'll take a look at why that motor's playing up. Right, that's it for now. See you in a moment. Ooh, just checking my screen's right. Okay, some success, some progress. Whee! Right, if I switch this on, that motor's still going to spin, but we have control over the computer. Forward one slide, and the motor works. Tray home. Forward one slide. Reverse. And pause. Restart. And the tape's working. And all is good with the world apart from that motor. Now, something obviously stops that motor from running, which isn't doing its job. So, gotta find out what's going on there. I'll be right back. Okay, a little bit later, and progress is made. We still have that motor noise, but it is now projecting, going forward and doing stuff. There seems to be a program in here that needs resetting. This to do with this carousel. We also need to, it doesn't seem to know where the home setting is on the carousel, but I'll show you what we got to. So, if we power it up, we get a image on the screen, banging in that motor. We can forward it, all the mechanisms work there. So if the picture's been upside down, but the carousel's not sorted out. It's got different frame sizes. Focusing. We can go forward. No, if I press tray home, it doesn't seem to know where that is. We can go back and forwards. 78, 77, 76, 75. It seems, I'm not saying 75, there seems to be trays everywhere. It doesn't seem to know, and that doesn't match up to there, so we need to get the home setting right. I don't know how to do that at the moment. I'm going to read the manual to see if that gives any ideas, but I can't force this, it won't let me. But we do have sound, nothing on it, but we have it. See if there's anything there. It appears to be an empty tape. Yeah, but it's working. You can hear the sound. Yeah, change the volume and all that, so that's working nicely. And this is affecting this image, so it's something to do with the imaging. Gunk on the screen, that's going to be cleaned up later. That's one of the last jobs once it's all working nicely. It does have wall projection, but can't really show you that in this position. That's for a later video, I think. Yes, I've got to focus. There we go. Okay, I've got to find out why it's banging, if I can. So see you in a bit. Right, okay. It appears that the noise is coming from the autofocus, which is down. Just use my phone to light it up, which is down there. That is the lens. This is difficult to do. That is the lens, that is the motor. And if I plug them in, difficult to see anything, but I'll just plug this back in. That way. Right. And oh dear. Right. If I plug that back in and switch it on, so it pulls the autofocus, switch the lamp off a little bit. It pulls the autofocus forward, and then it's just continuously trying to pull it forward further. So there's obviously something wrong with that autofocus, and it can't focus. Even if you put something in there, it can't focus. So all I'm doing with this is unplugging it. Right, let's play with it like that. Right, that's the end of this video. So where are we at with this one? Okay, it's getting there, it's got power, things starting to work. Still a few little niggles, like the autofocus, which is, I think the autofocus itself's not working, it's just pushing, and there's a problem there. I'm going to have to look at that sometime. Other problem seems to be tray alignment. It's always out. Let me show you what I mean. If I switch it on, put that on high for you. There we go. Have a nice thing there. But what it's supposed to do, actually, if I switch it off, take the carousel out carefully. I'm just doing this to show you what it should. I've got loads of bloody slides everywhere because it's been spewing them as I've been testing them. But okay, let's take the slide out of here. Okay, put that back in the carousel. Realign it, spin it around. Now, what it's supposed to do when you switch it on is automatically adjust this and realign it. This is not happening, as you can see. I still think there's something in there. Okay. The other thing, okay, that's a carousel alignment problem. These are things you have to learn when you're using one of these and you've never used one before. This has got to be, there we go, put to 0 under there. Right, okay, switch on. First of all, it's supposed to auto rotate to line this to the to get the 0. Not happening. I pressed tray home. Still no response. It's not responding to. It doesn't want to home itself for some reason. Nobody knows. It's home. Forward one slide. It's not loading now. Hang on. Why is it not loading? Shall we force it? Let's force it to load. Where are you? It's because that's stuck over there. Okay. So, if I brute force. Okay, that's brute force. Not good. Okay, that's not automatically aligned. Not automatically aligned, but it is aligned. So let's press next slide. Load your bugger. Why are you not loading? I'm gonna have to come back, Abby. I think this slide's not holding. I'll be right back. Okay, we have power again. Right, it's loading again. There's a problem with alignment. Now, switch them off because we don't need them. Right, problems it's having. If I go to, that's slide 2. If I go to slide 1, also on the recognition that this is showing 19 at the moment. Go figure. If I now go back to slide 2, it's got that right. Go back to slide 1, showing a different slide. So, control of the motor appears to be a bit poop. Go to slide 3, got that thing. Slide 2, let's get that right. Slide 1, gone for something completely different. So I imagine that's a problem at this end of the CPU. Also, if I go forward one slide, I think it's going back to what it thought was 1. Next one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Loads of different. It's actually working quite well this time. Go back. But it does appear to choose these slides at random. If I go for 3. we got this time? Something completely different than 3 last time. Now, I thought maybe there's some program in here and it needs resetting out of it, but it appears not. If I press tray home, no. If I go 0, yeah, it won't let you go home. And that's not 1. Liar. That's 20. So, if I go position 1, now that thinks it's in position 1. Yes, alignment is out, and I don't know how to do it because I've tried twisting it to realign it. It doesn't appear to want to play. I'm just going to do some brute force and ignorance here. Now, what I'm going to do is take this off, get rid of them. Even if, yes, that seems brutal, but there we go. Even if I manually realign everything, let's put the tray back on. Don't know how much of this you want to see, but there we go. Right, go to 0, flip it over. Now that's all aligned to 0. Put it on. I want to play 1. Got 9. 2. 14. So 3, would that be 18? 3 is 18. 4. 22. 21 and a bit. So if I go 3, it should be 18. Got 17. So it's trying. It's very trying. So I don't know what the problem is there. So we've got the autofocus problem, alignment problem, and the fact it won't tray home whatsoever. I'm going to save the rear projection for some time in the future when it's fixed better. But yes, definitely made progress. Definitely got power, and thanks to all the people. Ash and can't remember his name, Electron Ash and other people. I'll put links to their channels here, who have helped me in the last video to get this and realise it was the Zen diodes. So, in fact, it could be that something else still isn't getting power properly. We'll have to have a look. Anyway, thank you very much. That's it so far. Thank you.
You need to quit being dirty. You're a dirty boy.